Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel, A Queen's Babe, with today's video being on first aid basics. In this video, I will list 25 items that I believe should be stocked in every first aid kit, and you will learn what products should be used for what, how to treat small cuts and burns, and lastly, I'll explain the steps you should take in the case of an emergency. So I have all the items out here and we are going to get started. So first, to start off our list, we are going to start with an emergency blanket. Also, this list is in no particular order. These are just 25 items I believe should be in every kit. So, emergency blanket is used in emergencies, of course. It's to reduce heat loss in a person's body caused by thermal radiation, water evaporation, etc. So, the blankets are used to prevent or counter hypothermia, and how it works is that the airtight foil reduces convection. Heat loss caused by evaporation of perspiration is also reduced. So that's number one. Number two, we have cotton swabs or cotton tip applicators. They're good for cleaning cuts and scrapes or applying creams to ointments or minor injuries. Next, we have a turquoise. It's tight bands used to control bleeding by completely stopping the blood flow to a wound, and they only work on arms or legs. So I could just pick it up for you guys. You guys can get a look into that. Yep. So moving on, next we have a CPR mask. The mask ensures that germs, blood, or any bodily fluid are not transferred from the victim to the rescuer, and reduces the risk of infectious disease. I can also pick this up for you guys. If the camera can adjust. You see it? Yep. So moving on. Next we have triangular bandage. And what these are good for is triangular bandages is used to secure a dislocated or broken bone. You fold it into shape and then you use it to support a fractured or dislocated bone. Fold up the triangle into a long rectangle, tie it in a loop to create a sling or to wrap around the splint or bone support. The uses of a triangular bandage will vary based on the injury, so use as your discretion. So that's triangular bandage. We're then going to go back up and we are coming to the Eyewash. So as you can see, it says normal saline. Yep. So one second, excuse that. And they're good for cleaning, refreshing, or soothing eyes. The Eyewash is great to have on hand for daily or just emergency. And yep, they're good for cleansing and they're effective in flushing loose foreign objects, chlorine, pollen, or other irritants from the eye. Next, we have safety pins, which is number 7. They're good for fixing wraps, bandages, and clothes. Just like an extra additional thing that you guys could use. Next, we have Prodine Iodine prep pads. So what these are good for is they're ideal for cleaning wounds, cuts, abrasions, and scrapes. They is in a broad spectrum of antiseptic for tropical application in the treatment and prevention of wound infection. All of the sterile prep pads in our that we have, they mostly are used for single use. So yeah, you guys can see that right there. Next, we have, let's zoom in there, we have alcohol prep pads and we have BZK antiseptic tablets. So what these are good for, excuse that, and it just keeps, what these are good for is they're used to clean the infected or wounded area before the antibiotic ointment or bandages are placed on the area. The alcohol swabs may also be used in conjunction with the swabs, and they can be used to like sterilize tweezers or the scissors or anything else. Alright, so moving on to the tweezers. Yeah. Let's see. Yep, tweezers. So the tweezers can be used to remove debris such as glass, dirt, or splinters from a wound. They can also be used to remove any stingers left behind from bees. Really great for like, precision and like keeping the area from becoming infected with like bacteria or anything. Next we have scissors. Scissors, they're just good. They're just like a handy tool. Great for cutting, like anything. Just good for cutting because your hands can't do everything. So anything like gauze, clothes, removing like old dressing and reducing the risk of infection. Really great for that. So next we have gauze. Now for this, guys, I say you should have many types of gauze. Use not just one size or one type. For this video, I'm showing you guys one, but you should have more, and I'll be putting that in the description of what you should have. Gauze, if you have a bandage, the adhesive band-aids that aren't always large enough to cover a wound, which is why it's crucial to have the gauze pads and a first aid kit. They can be fashioned into a bandage or used to absorb blood. And as I said, they should come in many sizes, so you guys should just have a ton. So moving on. Next, what we have is first aid medical tape. So the tape is used to secure gauze pads or wraps when they're being used as a bandage. The tape is designed to not leave residue behind and usually come in a really long roll. So I same thing, have multiple rolls of medical tape. Next we have the PBT conforming bandage. So it's just compressing elastic bandage, and due to the high quality natural fibers used, the compression elastic bandage is non-allergenic and eliminates the risk of itching, and strong soft texture permits blood circulation and can easily be applied to all areas and required for long periods of time. So I'm just going to show you some let's zoom in or adjust. Jeez. You guys can see that. I'll zoom in. Yeah. And excuse me. Yep, for safe purposes. Cool. So next, what we have is a sting relief pad, and it's just like it says, a temporary relief of pain and itching associated with minor burns, scrapes, or insects. And we're going to move on to the next one, which is we're up to 16. So now we're getting more into a little bit of the medication side. We have aspirin and we have non-aspirin. And they are good because they're a pain reliever. If there's just the only thing is just be careful because not everyone can take aspirin. So just know if it's kid safe or if like someone has any allergies. But anyways, they're pretty good. They're good for treating deep wound scrapes, but also relieve minor aches and pains. And I can zoom in on these kinds. Also, I am not promoting this brand. This is just currently what I have. So we could, yeah. You guys can check it out. Moving on. Oh, then I have ibuprofen. It's the same deal. It's a type of medication. Really good for pain relief and stuff. It's not focusing. We'll just move on. So next we have antibiotic ointment. So these are really good to treat many types of conditions and will aid in the proper healing of the wound area. Antibiotic ointment also helps keep infection out of the wound and should be administered after the injury area has been properly cleaned. So we have that. Next we have first aid, burn cream, and burn gel. It's pretty stated. It's just, relieves pain, cool soothes, and it's for minor burns and scrapes. And this is single use, and yep, just immediately provides some comfort. So next we have the instant cold pack, and these are great because it's to prevent swelling, and many professionals, they suggest that you always ice the injury. It's a one-time use, so it does not become cold until the seal of the packaging is broken and the material inside is activated. The cold packs are ideal for basic first aid kits because they don't require refrigeration. So you can literally just throw it in your first aid kit or place it, and it can just sit there. So next we have the bandages. Dun dun dun. So everyone will probably tell you, like almost every first aid nurse, they always have bandages galore. I have way more bandages than this, guys. These are just what I'm showing you right now. And you can really get into like the bandage types. I will also post a link, not link, but I'll post like a description of more types of bandages that you would like if you want to have. Bandages are great because they come in multiple sizes, and they're literally part of almost every first aid kit, and they have assorted sizes and different colors, and they're needed large and small, and it's just a good case to have just a bunch. And it's just there if you get a cut, a scrape, and you just just clean the area, disinfect, put the ointment, and then you put the band-aid. And we also have adhesive, we have fabric, I have plastic. So this I think is very cool. It's an oral thermometer and it's a one-time use only. I thought it was very interesting. Try to zoom it in, and yeah, I'm gonna turn it so you guys can see it. Yep. So how it works is a one-time use. Directions are in the back. A thermometer is just great to check and monitor the temperature, so you never know in case of emergency. Next, we have the nitrile exam glove. So we have the exam gloves, yep, and like I was just saying, you know, protection, providing emergency help to injured individual. It's just for the user's protection, just for everyone, just, you know, keep everything like clean and like there's no spreading of anything. So next we have a micro towel. They're just good for as a pillow or a wrap. I really like this towel. I don't support this brand, like I said, any of these brands, but it's just really cool. You literally just open it, add water, and it expands. It becomes 8 by 10 inches, and I'm just like, I think that's just really great in a case of emergency because it's just so small and compact. Next, there is a flashlight. Yep, and I'll just show you that. Woo! And it provides illumination, you know, in the dark. That's what it's good for, of course. It's a flashlight. And, you know, if you need to get help, if you need to warn someone off, you can also use it for like surveillance. Some people can start a fire with it. Like really, it's like, and it's just, I also like this flashlight because it has adjustable straps, so you could put it onto your head, or you could, you know, wrap it around your like wrist. So I really like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that was the last of the last, and these are the 25 items I believe should be in everyone's first aid kit. So just one look over. Yep. And stay tuned because next I will be discussing what you should do in the case of an emergency and just simple steps to when you get a cut or a streak or a burn, and what product should be used when and right after, and we'll be getting into it. Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned. Bye!